I'm just giving beginners a very simple, basic squat routine. When you're doing your squats, if you're just starting out, you want to consider your stance. If you do not have any type of injuries, I recommend that you use a standard stance. If your feet are shoulder width apart, you just pretty much go down and come up. You should be able to do that if you don't have any injuries. Now, if you have injuries, you don't have a strong core, you can go with a wide stance, down and up. Another thing you want to consider, if your core is not that strong, you may need help when you're doing your squats. So you can do something like things like use a chair just to get up when you're doing your squats. So the person that don't want to do squats because they have injuries, they don't have that strong core, just go to wide stance and use the chair, and you still should be able to do your squats like that. Another thing you want to consider when you're doing your squats, you want to consider how far to go down. You have your quarter squats, you have your half squats, you have your deep squats, and you have your parallel squats. So right here, I'm going to demonstrate it. Quarter, half, parallel, and deep. Quarter, half, parallel, and deep. That's that. You also want to consider how to squat, the proper way to squat. When you're squatting, you want to placing your weight on your heels to generate force upwards, because you naturally walk forward. So as you naturally walk, your weight comes off of your heels and your body goes forward. So when you start to squat with that weight, some of you guys may find that you're going to fall forward. And when you squat, you don't really want to fall forward. So as you're squatting, you want to place your weight on your heels. So I'm placing my weight on my heels. And then you want to keep your core tight and your back tight. So everything's tight, weight is on my heels, and I go down. And that's a squat. For right now, all I did was just a quarter squat. Now I'm getting ready to run you through a very simple squat routine for beginners. If I'm just starting out squatting, I don't have any prior experience squatting, I'm going to use a chair. I'm going to use a chair, and I'm going to go to a wide stance just to be successful, because I'm just starting out. So I'm going to do 4 sets of 5 squats. I'm going to touch quarter squats, half squats, parallel squats, and deep squats in this video. So here go my quarter squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 5 quarter squats. I can take a break. I can catch my breath. I can stretch a little bit. And if that was difficult, you can stay doing your quarter squats. But if it was easy, you can move on to your half squats. Using the chair, my hands is in front. I'm doing half squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's half squats. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to stretch. If that was easy, I can come back and I can do my parallel squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, and still don't fall forward, and 5. That was a little harder because I'm moving more weight, so the squatting is getting a little bit more difficult, more challenging at this point. Now I'm ready to do my deep squats. I'm going to do 5. And if you can't do 5, just stop, but just try your best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the basic squat routine for beginners. Now, as you get better and you can do this stuff without a chair, without any help, you can move your chair. And you can start doing it without any type of help. But when you have your hand position, you can position your hands in front of you. You can position your hands on your hips or your thighs, or you can almost be like in a football stance. The reason why I'm telling you this is because if you start to fall forward, you have the privilege of touching the ground so that you won't hurt yourself. Now I'm going to do 5 quarter squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That wasn't too bad, so I'm coming back. After I caught my breath, I'm going to do 5 half squats. This time I'm just going to go within a wide stance, 5 half squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm moving more weight, so the squat is getting a little bit more challenging. Now I'm going to do 5 parallel squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the parallel squats, if you beginning, you're going to find out that was a little tough. If you can't do deep squats, don't do it. But if you can, once you get better and you can do deep squats, we're going to move on to the deep squats. So 5 deep squats. So your hands, one hand on the thigh, one hand out. Just in case you fall forward, you can catch yourself. You ready? Let's go. 1, 2. Now let's say you can't get back up. Take your knees, let your knees go out, heels on the ground, down in 2, and up. 3. Again, we can't get up. Touch the ground, put your knees out. 4. Last one. Down, everything tight, put my knees out, touch the ground. And 5. So you just did it. A very basic squat routine for beginners. Please like, share, and subscribe, and there'll be more to come.